Hi guys, welcome back to ST Global Collection. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's episode, we are going to be creating this beautiful outfit that you are seeing here. So we're going to be recreating this beautiful outfit, and you guys, this outfit is on sale. So if you love this outfit and you want to buy it in bulk, you want to buy in different color, in different pattern, you can as well let me know so that I can recreate it and send it to your location. So as you can see, this outfit is very perfect for this weather. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more beautiful pieces from now till the end of this month. We are going to be posting every day. So you guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your comment. Thank you so much. Please do well to share these videos to your friends and family, and let's get to work. So you guys, we are going to be using pattern paper to draft it, and then we'll now transfer it to our fabric. So what I did was just for me to mark my starting line, which is my shoulder, and then I come down and mark my bust line, and then I mark my under bust, and then I mark my waist. And then for the length of this dress, I'm going to be using 25, and then I will just stop where the pattern paper is, which is going to be serving as our bust, our hip line. So I just go ahead to draw out my line. So the next thing we're going to do right now is to mark our neck width. So the neck width we are using here is 3 by 3, but then we are not going to be using the neck depth of that 3. So we are going to be using like a v-neck. So I just draft out the neck width of 3 by 3, that is the neck depth 3, and then the neck width 3. Then I mark my shoulder, and then I added my shoulder slope by 1 inch. So I'm just going to mark my chest line, and then I will just draw it out. So I will start marking at our round body circumference. So now I'm going to be dividing my bust into 4, and then I'm going to mark it, and then add about 1.5 sewing allowance to it, and then I'll come down to my under bust. I will mark it divided by 4, and then I will add sewing allowance to it. After my under bust, I will move down to my waist measurement. I will divide it by 4, and then I will add sewing allowance to it. So right here at the end of this dress, I'm going to be marking my hip measurement divided by 4, and then I'm going to add sewing allowance to it. Then I'm going to just use my ruler and trace it, but before then I'm going to be marking my nipple to nipple, and then I'm going to be taking it all the way down, and then I'm just going to come down from my bust point. I'm going to come down by 1 inch, and then I'm going to just draw a straight line from that 1 inch down. And then on my waistline, I'm going to be taking my dart. That is, I'm going to be taking a dart of 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. So I'm going to just use my ruler and connect the point together, just as you see me do in this video. So you guys, if you have watched this video to this extent, do well to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to just join all the points together like this. So what we are going to be doing next is to work on the neckline. So I'm going to be adding about 1 inch to the neckline. I'm just going to be extending it by 1 inch like this, as you see me do in this video. So what I'm just going to be doing is to just use my chalk, my pencil, and trace it like this. But before I do that, I'm going to be working on my armhole. So I'm going to be dividing my armhole by 2, and then I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch. Then I will use my curved ruler, and then I will just mark my armhole depth, just as you see me do in this video. Then from this my bust point, I'm going to be joining the point to the armhole, just as you see me do. I'm just going to be connecting it to give that curve style, to give that curve effect. So that is what I'm going to be doing just here. And as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and trace that our halter neck shape like this, as you can see in this video. Then I'm going to go up by 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to join the point together like this. And then on my neckline, I'm going to be coming down by 7.5 5. You know, this neckline have a V neckline, so I'm going to be you can do more, you can do 8-inch, you can do it depending on what you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and join the point together like this, just as you see me doing this video. Then on the end of our dress, I'm going to be going in by 2-inch, and then I'm just going to be using my ruler and connect it to this my neck depth like this. So that is what I'm just going to be doing right here. That is what is going to be giving us that opening in the front. So you can go ahead and do the same thing on your own pattern paper, or if you are cutting it directly on your fabric, you can go ahead and do the same thing, just as I am doing here. So I'm going to be taking my bust dart. So I'm just going to be dividing the difference between my front waistline and my back waistline. I'm just going to use that differences, and then I will come down on my bust line, and then I will just connect it to this my bust, to my nipple point. So you can go ahead and do the same thing. So you just try and know the difference between your front waistline and your from your shoulder to your waistline. So that's what. So I'm going to be making this dress to have that curve effect on this end. So I'm just going to be going up by 1 inch. I will just use my curve ruler, and then I will just connect the point to give that curve, beautiful curve style on the side. So that is what I am doing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the pattern paper, but I'm not going to be cutting everything because I'm going to be using it to trace the back. So but I'm going to be opening up this that line, so that by the time we open our nipple to nipple that line, and then I open up our side bust that, and then it's going to give us that opening shape like this, because this is how we're going to be using to cut out our fabric. So before I cut out this other side, and then I'm just going to go ahead, but I'm going to cut out the neckline, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it on my on my back pattern paper. So I'll be using like this to draft the back. So what you are just going to do is to go ahead and arrange everything together, and then you use your marker to mark every point, because we're going to be marking from the armhole. So we are just going to go ahead and bend it like this. So you just have to do it carefully, so that you make sure that just to make sure that everything aligned well. So you're just going to go ahead and press your pattern paper down like this from the armhole line, and that is what you're going to be doing, because you're going to be connecting every point to this armhole line. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out using my scissor, and I will just cut out every part. So I now mark my waistline to make sure that it's visible. So I'm going to be using my ruler to connect it. So from this my waistline, I'm going to go up by 1 inch. You can decide to start marking it from your waistline depending on how you want it. So me, I'll just go up by 1 inch, and then I will use my ruler and connect the point together like this. So we are just going to be connecting the point to the armhole line. As you see, we're just going to, from that place, we'll come up by 1 inch. We're just going to connect it straight to the armhole line like this, and then on this down part, we're just going to go in by 5 inch. You can do 6, you can do 7, depending on what you want. And then we're just going to use your ruler now and connect it to that same line that will go up from the waist point by 1 inch like this. See, this is how the back is going to look like. So then you are just going to use your ruler, and always make sure that you mark your front and your back, so that you know which side is the front, which side is the back, and then you use your scissor and cut it out just as you see me doing this video. You can see this pattern drafting is very easy, and it's very simple to understand. So you guys, thank you for always watching my video. You know, I will always appreciate you guys, because it is not easy to take time and watch somebody's video. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, do well to drop in the comment section. I'm always here to respond to it. So right here, we're just going to start cutting it on our main fabric. You can see how I'm cutting it, just for you to just follow the pattern paper. You're just going to cut it, opening this our dart line like this. so that to give us the full shape. And then the back, we're just going to go ahead and cut it. So while I was cutting, I just added half an inch all the way or on all the side except the hem line. I added about 1 inch to the hem line so that I can use it to hem the dress. So that is what it looks like. So I've gone ahead to cut my strap. Your strap, depending on how many, I'm going to be putting about three. I'm going to be using 3 strap on the front. That is, I'm going to be using about 6, and then on the neckline I'm going to be using 2, and then on the back I'm going to be using 2. So the strap, depending on how long you want them to be, so you can go ahead and cut it. So I've also gone ahead to cut my lining. I'm using the main fabric, so I'm going to be using it to turn it down. So you guys, we're going to just start working on the strap. So I've gone ahead to sew it and iron it all the way like this, as you see in this video. So we're just going to go ahead and start working on the strap. So what you just need is for you to place your strap like this. You are going to be starting from the neckline. So just as you see me do in this video, that neckline, that is where you're going to be placing your face strap, and then you're going to come down to 4 inch. You can decide to be coming down by 3 inches, just like the same way that you used to put your own button when you're sewing your shade. That is exactly what you're going to do. So me, I decide to come down by 4 inch. So I'm going to be marking it like that into 3 places, just as you see me do, and then I will go ahead and pin down my strap, just like you're putting a button to a shade, because that is exactly what we are doing here. So I'm just going to pin it down like this on the main fabric, and then I will now arrange the whole thing. I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew the front, and then I will bring it back. So this is what it looks like. So this is the beautiful dress, and this is what it looks like. So I've gone ahead to work on the other piece. So I'm just using this one piece to show you guys what it looks like. So now we're going to be working on the neck. So what you're going to do, you're just going to put your strap like this inside, and then you're going to sew it and close the armhole, and then you'll close all the part of the body. So this is what it looks like after closing up all the part of the bodies, and it's giving us this beautiful shape already. So this is what it looks like. So right now we're just going to fold this one down and go ahead and work on the back piece. So this is the back piece. You're just going to place your main fabric, and then you lay the lining fabric on top, and then you're just going to go ahead and place the strap on this point like this, as you can see, and then take it to your sewing machine and sew every part down, and that is what you are going to do. So now we're going to be hemming the hem line. So we're just going to use you're just going to look for a way and open up the side like this, and then hem it inside, and then when you're done, you're going to bring it back. I don't want to bend the dress, like bend it and sew. I don't want it to see any line, so I want it to be very neat. So you're going to open up and then sew it, and then return it back to the main side. So this is what it looks like after hemming the whole part. So you guys, while I was working on this dress, NEPA took light. That is why this part is not really shiny. So this side, we're just going to start sewing the bodies, the side, and then we're going to stitch it by 1 inch. So depending on the allowance that you left. So after sewing everything, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hem it like this, and we are done. So you guys, this is the dress. As you can see, this is the finishing of the dress. It is very, very beautiful, you guys. As I said in the beginning of this video, if you love this outfit and you want to purchase this outfit, do well to reach out to me. This outfit is on sale. It is available. We can recreate it for you in different design, different color. So thank you so much for watching, and please do well to subscribe to this channel and also share it with your friend for more videos like this. Bye. I love you guys.